Hey everyone, it's Schmuckles. Don't mind my hair, I just woke up. Today we're going to talk about some new map leaks that have surfaced for Dead by Daylight. I received an email from a 10-minute mail email address that contained 7 images of maps that have not been seen in Dead by Daylight. We're going to take a look at this leak as well as another publicly posted leak and kind of analyze where it could have come from. Again, take these leaks with a grain of salt. This is a leaks, speculation, and licensing channel. These are just supposed leaks that are causing speculation, so you can kind of make the decision for yourself if you believe it or not. I'm also live on Twitch right now streaming Dead by Daylight. Stop on by if you want to say hi. So this was the first image that was emailed to me. It's kind of blurry, as you can see. There's like a generator there and there's like a house in the background. I walked around Haddonfield to see if this could be like a Haddonfield house because there's like a giant road, kind of like what we see in the main street on Haddonfield. And I couldn't really find anything conclusive that looked like this house. I was kind of like, did someone email me just pictures of Haddonfield and kind of try and trick me to think that this is a new leaked map or what? And it doesn't really look too similar to anything we see in Haddonfield. I get that there's a giant street and like there's a generator there, but I'm still not sold on this being Haddonfield. This is the second image right here. And as you can see, there's like a police car in the pallet loop with the barrier. These are barriers that we actually do see in Haddonfield. I don't know if they're reusing assets or if this asset is going to be on a different map as well. Like, to me, I'm not entirely sure if one, this is actually just a variation of Haddonfield, or if this is a new map, or if this is kind of just like a zoo playground where they kind of just do dev builds on this thing. Like, the arrangement of everything in the photo is not anything that we've seen in Dead by Daylight, nothing they've posted about, and nothing that's obviously in the game right now. It looks like that's a generator in the back left there, and we're gonna actually see an image of this close-up later. Okay, so the close-ups right now, the next image has that generator, and there's actually like the weirdest looking loop. That looks like that could be a vault right there to me. And as you can see, there's kind of like a vault over there. I don't really see any pallets in this picture, and it doesn't look too similar to Haddonfield. We know that the Resident Evil variations are coming next chapter, and they've been talk of like variations of the map that we just received, Garden of Joy. We're gonna dive more into that later in this video, but I'm just trying to figure out like what could this possibly be. The next picture here has this building that could be like a small house or like an office space maybe. I don't think there's any maps that have like wooden steps going up into a house like that. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Haddonfield has anything like that. And just like this environment in general looks totally new to me. So I'm not sure if we're uncovering like a new map that we're not supposed to know about yet, or again, if this is like a dev playground or where they kind of just store assets. It's kind of strange because I got an email from the 10-minute email address for the Dredge leaks, and then I get this email here as well. Also note that I got this email just before chapter 24 was fully revealed. And this doesn't look exactly like the Garden of Joy, so maybe somebody was trying to bait me or something into like trying to post about this right before the anniversary, like this is the new map for the anniversary, because I don't think it is. I don't really know who's emailing me, but these map leaks look pretty crazy to me. And the next picture kind of has an aerial view of the same environment. We can see that vault again. It looks like there's a pallet loop over there too. And again, it doesn't really look like anything associated with Dead by Daylight realm that is in the game right now. Is that a person that I see over there? It looks like there's a person standing over there too, and that kind of makes me wonder, like, that does not look like the posture of a Dead by Daylight character. So it kind of raises the question to me, like, is somebody possibly trolling me here? There's generators there, obviously, so it looks like it's Dead by Daylight, but is there any chance that this is just a 3D map of a different environment that's not associated with Dead by Daylight? Like, that's definitely not the posture that a character has in Dead by Daylight. And that palette does not look convincingly like a palette to me. So if anyone in the comments recognizes this environment from another game or just like a 3D environment that they know of, let me know, because I'm actually not sure if this is like a new map that's coming into Dead by Daylight or if this is just like some other realm from some other random place. We have interior shots of one of the buildings. There's not too much going on in this picture. It doesn't look like there's any loops or any like objects inside of the room itself either. If this is an upcoming Dead by Daylight map, maybe this is something that is currently in the works or something that's not completed yet. I did a second pass on Haddonfield and I found that there's actually no house that looks exactly like this one, as well as just like the picket fence. Like, sure, the Michael Myers house does have a picket fence out front, but it doesn't look exactly the same in design to this picket fence here. There are trash cans out in front of the houses, but I think that these trash cans look more modernized than the trash cans we see in front of Haddonfield. Like, it looks like a more modern suburb trash can than like the 1980s trash cans we see in Haddonfield. The assets for this trash can does not exist on Haddonfield. The cop car right here says 80, which is not a cop car that we see on Haddonfield. So this is a completely different cop car here. Like, this whole cement area and like construction zone, there's nothing like this on Haddonfield. There's no fences that look like this. There's no cement box that looks like this. There's a car on the Haddonfield map that I thought might be loaded with cement, and I looked inside and I don't think it has cement like this. There's no house that looks like this on Haddonfield, and there's no car that looks like this car in Haddonfield. Like, I actually looked around and tried to find a car that looked like this car. Even if it's a different color, if it's the same make and model, that would kind of tie it to Haddonfield, and I couldn't find anything like that. The cars are like little sedans like this, but they look very different than this car in the photo. I don't think that the yellow vehicle here is seen on Haddonfield nor any other map either. And in general, the design that we see here doesn't match any of the Haddonfield parks or any other designs that we see on other maps. The version of everything that we see on Haddonfield, from cop cars to trash cans, is actually like a specific way because it's a licensed map. So the fact that things from like the cop cars to the trash cans are different on these map leaks kind of suggests to me that it's not a part of the Haddonfield license or just the Haddonfield assets. And the conclusion we can make from that is that these are original pieces, possibly for an original map. Okay, so that kind of does it for those leaks. And the next thing we're going to take a look at is this video that was posted by DBD News, and it looks like it came from DBD Leaks Cranch. It looks like there's a watermark over this leak, which I'm not sure why they're doing that, or like what would have caused them to do that. It's kind of a mystery to me. Anyways, so they're taking a look at the motel here, and this is the motel that we actually kind of can see on Garden of Joy. It looks like it could possibly be playable. I'm not sure how they got access to these files or where these files are coming from, but it looks like kind of a different version of the Garden of Joy. And this kind of takes me to my next talking point of the video. The devs did say in the anniversary stream that they're going to be able to reintroduce the Garden of Joy with pretty much variations of that same map, where it's like a different map built around that realm, is kind of the way they worded it.
What's really cool about this new realm is that in the future, we will be able to explore it again, but in other contexts than in the Dredge Perfect Town. So this realm is built from different memories, from different characters. And so we'll be able to explore different cities wrapped inside that same realm.
So to me, that says that this could be an upcoming map as well. I'm not really sure if it's tied into the other photo leaks that I got. I don't really know where any of these leaks are coming from. I'm kind of just posting these theories, speculations, and leaks on this channel as I always do. Like, I'm not sure if the developers are literally in contact with me or DBD Leaks. Like, I actually don't know, because like I said, it's a 10-minute mail address. This doesn't look like a completed map, obviously, but a lot of the assets have been imported onto this map, of course, as you can see, as well as some of the clouds and weather effects too, it looks like. And there's this treehouse here that this Dwight is dancing around. I think I saw that treehouse on the new map that was released on the PTB. Not 100% sure. It looks like there's some sort of main building, and it kind of gives me like Psycho vibes. You have a motel in that L shape with like a giant house in the background. It really does seem like the 1960s Psycho or like Bates Motel location. We know that the new map came with a motel. We know that the devs said that variations of the new map can be expected later. So that leads me to believe that this is actually the Garden of Joy, and it's not like a Psycho chapter or something like that. This is going to be like an original map that comes in possibly during year 7 at some point. I wonder if they're going to bring in new maps. They might do it how they did with Resident Evil and bring in more original characters from that same story, and maybe we can use this as a basis for speculations of upcoming content. Like, if they're going to bring in a variation of the Garden of Joy with more characters from the DBD lore, that can kind of give us some insight or some educated guesses on what's to come for original content in this game. Okay, so this structure right here looks exactly the same as the main building that we saw in the PTB, and kind of the pictures that they've shown on all their socials for the new main building on the Garden of Joy. Okay, so there's the greenhouse over there too. That's really awesome to see. So I just wanted to combine all the map leaks into one video, and actually this is pretty much 2 different sets of leaks, right? Like, this is pretty much definitely a variation of the Garden of Joy. I'm not sure what those first 7 photos were. The more I look at this motel, the more it looks like Psycho. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments below. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you want leaks like this recommended to you by YouTube. This is the kind of content that I like to post about, as well as speculations and kind of like the licensing deals and how we get some major IPs into this game. So pretty much what I'm saying is you can expect videos like this from me in the future. So make sure to like and subscribe. And again, I'm live on Twitch right now streaming Dead by Daylight. The link for that is in the description below. Alrighty, that does it for this video. Goodbye.